The world changed on June 28, 1914. A 19-year-old Serbian nationalist assassinated the heir to the Austrian throne, Archduke Francis Ferdinand, in Sarajevo. Also killed was his wife, Sophie. Within a month, over a dozen declarations of war were exchanged. President Woodrow Wilson relieved fears in America and proclaimed the country neutral. Ironically, within the war, many saw opportunity. Thomas Masaryk and Heinrich Dostal worked independently but with common cause, the liberation of the Czech and Slovakian lands. Hlas had been one of the first papers to protest against the expansionist policies of the Central Powers. Now, Czech communities in Cleveland, New York, St. Louis, Baltimore, and particularly Chicago, which was the largest Czech city outside of Prague, sensed an opportunity to liberate their homeland from the 300-year-old rule of the Habsburgs. On September 2, 1914, the Czech National Alliance was formed. This became the center of activities and finances during the first years of the struggle to liberate the homeland. During the course of the war, close to 3,000 American Czechs and Slovaks had joined the Czechoslovakian legions in France, Russia, and Italy. They constituted the official military presence of the evolving country. In February 1916, the Czechoslovak National Council was established in Paris. The council was headed by Thomas Masaryk, Eduard Beneš, who was a Czech lawyer, and Milan Stefanik, a renowned Slovak astronomer. Beneš established contacts in London and Paris, while Stefanik dealt with the French and Italian governments. Masaryk concentrated his efforts on the United States. Back home, democracy was also at work, though the stakes weren't quite so high. The news of the day in northeastern Iowa was of little concern overseas, but nonetheless entertaining to the locals. Heinrich stayed busy lecturing in the Midwest and promoting the Czech cause, but found time to visit the family farm in Little Turkey in August of 1916. One day, Heinrich called for his father to come inside, but Ignatius had one more row to plow. He never came inside. He had fallen and been dragged to death by a team of horses. The local papers announced the death, but gave few details. On Wednesday, August 9, 1916, the Decorah Public Opinion reported the bad news. On the same day, the Decorah Journal made this report. Ignatius is buried here, in St. Mary's Cemetery in Little Turkey. Heinrich attended his father's funeral. For a brief moment, the horror of war in Europe and the desire to liberate the homeland was overshadowed by personal tragedy in Little Turkey.